Hi, I'm Jan, and this is my first video on my channel of my little suburban garden in Belgium. I want to give a short tour of what is flowering now in the third week of March, beginning of spring. Mostly spring bulbs with some Dutch master daffodils, big and sturdy, and I've also a couple of these close to the bee hotel where the solitary bees are already busy laying their eggs in the spring sun, and they have that classic yellow cup, and they contrast nicely with the lenten roses with a nice dark pink color. 2 years ago I planted these smaller Jetfire daffodils in the grass together with the purple ruby giant crocuses that are near the end of their flowering now. The Jetfire daffodils are much smaller, they have a darker orange cup facing the ground, and hopefully they will both naturalize over time and bring lots of color in the early spring garden. I have also planted these daffodils in the perennial beds next to the little pond, and they bring some color to the borders where I've just cut off the old stems of the perennials, and you see the debris of the perennials. Heading in a couple of weeks, new growth will appear from the perennials in between the daffodils. Here you can see what I call the secluded garden at the other end of the pond. There is not a lot of color yet in this part of the garden, but in the upcoming weeks the tulips will bring a lot of color. There are some more lenten roses, of which I've cut back the old leaves to be able to see the smaller spring bulbs like the pale blue Scilla and the bright pink Corydalis. And this is the Beth Evans, which will hopefully naturalize over time. Some more yellow from the daffodils Tete Primula, which I have much more of in the front garden. Some subtle yellow from the primrose. At the other end of the back garden, closer to the gazebo, the light pink flowers of the glory of the snow, called pink giant, will hopefully naturalize as well. I've planted several of these along the garden path to the pond. These are the last flowers of the Cyclamen coum Pewter Leaf, and it has beautiful leaves as well. I've planted a couple of these along a thin stretch in the dark corner of the back garden. We are now in the side garden, and the Brunnera macrophylla, or the Siberian bugloss, has beautiful bright blue flowers that start to emerge now, along with the longboard that has a mix of pink and blue, very striking to see those on one plant, together with the spotted leaves. Not much more color in this part of the garden yet, apart from the subtle flowers of the Carex morrowii. In the front garden, and that's what most visitors are jealous of, are the numerous bright yellow flowers of the Tete Tete daffodils. I have more than 100 bulbs planted several years ago, and they naturalize well and have multiplied over the years. They flower for weeks and they give a lot of color this time of the year. Really beautiful. I have some more daffodils, like the Narcissus February Gold, bigger than the Tete Tete, but smaller than the Dutch master daffodils I have in the back garden. And to finish the tour of my front garden, the Anemone blanda blue shades is bringing some bright blue color to this part of the garden as well. I hope you liked my first tour of our garden. Please like and subscribe. Till next time.